Marriage feels like prison, my wife complained, so I set her free and locked my heart and wallet. 5 years of sacrificing my dreams, postponing career advancement, prioritizing her happiness, reduced to a prison sentence. The fancy dinner I'd spent weeks planning suddenly tasted like ash. I maintained my composure, smiling and refilling glasses while my mind raced through every compromise. The mortgage on the house she insisted we needed despite being beyond our budget. Weekends with her family while mine lived across the country. The promotion I declined because it required relocation. This wasn't the first complaint. 3 months prior, she'd mentioned feeling trapped when I suggested starting a family. 6 months before, she'd compared our life to a comfortable cage. Something shifted within me the next morning. Not rage, but cold resolve. If marriage was her prison, I would unlock the cell. But freedom comes with consequences. I began with subtle changes. Stopped checking in throughout the day. Responses became measured but no longer eager to please. Started working out again. Reconnected with old friends she deemed too immature. When she asked about my behavior 2 weeks later, I shrugged and said I was finding myself, echoing her favorite justification. I contacted a lawyer during lunch. The attorney was impressed with my foresight. I had records of financial contributions, her unemployment periods, and evidence of her frequent complaints about our marriage restricting her freedom. The prenuptial agreement she'd reluctantly signed would be my shield. For 3 weeks, I executed my plan, opened a new bank account, redirected paychecks, secured the bonus she'd already mentally allocated toward her latest wellness retreat. While organizing records, I discovered browser history. She'd been researching property values in another state where her ex-boyfriend had relocated, job searches in the same city. She'd been planning her own escape. The confrontation came after her company's quarterly review. I prepared her favorite meal, poured expensive wine. I've been thinking about what you said about marriage feeling like prison. Her fork paused midway to her mouth. That was just a joke. I've heard variations many times. I've decided you're right. I slid the envelope across the table. I'm setting you free. Color drained from her face as she tore it open, scanning pages frantically. You can't be serious? Over one comment? Not one comment. A pattern. I decided to believe you when you repeatedly told me how trapped you felt. Denial transformed into anger. She stood. You've been planning this while pretending everything was normal. When exactly did you suggest couples therapy? Between complaining to friends or researching apartments in your ex's city? She sank back, calculation replacing anger. Tears welled. I've made mistakes. I was confused, but I never acted on it. The separate credit card with $12,000 in charges wasn't confusion, and I'm not interested in being someone's backup plan. Her final play, everyone will blame you. My parents raised me to value myself enough not to stay where I'm not wanted. First mediation arrived weeks later. Her demand, the house, half my retirement, ongoing support, partial ownership of my stock option. The mediator systematically dismantled each demand with documented evidence. The prenuptial agreement, bank records showing my disproportionate contribution, proof she'd maintained her career. Her expression shifted from confidence to disbelief. This can't be right. I'm entitled to half. Marriage isn't automatic entitlement, especially with a valid prenuptial agreement and no children. In the parking lot after, she tried once more. We could work this out between us more fairly. The current proposal follows our prenuptial agreement exactly. That was different. I signed that before I knew what marriage would really be like. Just as I filed before you could implement your plan to maximize what you took. Shock confirmed what I knew. Who told you that? Does it matter?